And then I'm going to share my screen. No, no, no. We're going to let,
Me.
yes, let me stop that.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna.
you go ahead, Sherry.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get to the screen. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Well, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I think this is the first time I've ever shared my screen presented, so I'm gonna do my best.
So you do share screen, then you hit share screen again.
Share
It's two
screen.
times. There you go.
All right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about, Aunt Gay wanted me to share kind of what I'm doing on Facebook right now. I know that y'all have had one of your boot camps talked about living out loud on Facebook, and she wanted me to kind of share what I'm doing, and mainly because I was not a Facebook user.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is, I've called it Tools for Living Out Loud on Facebook, even for those non-Facebook users like me. So that's my little title page, Take Shape for Life meets Facebook. So here we go. Okay, so for me, my first slide, it's titled Facebook Rebellion. And you see most of the feet are going one way, and I would say for a long time, I was the red pair going the opposite direction. I have a Facebook profile and have for years, but there was several times I almost deactivated my profile. That's how often I did not use it. And when I started health coaching, I started years ago part-time when I was a teacher, and then I just started full-time in January. But my aunt and others had always suggested, use Facebook as a tool to let people know what you're doing, post stories, post, this and that. And honestly, I rebelled. I thought, no way, that's not going to be me. I don't like Facebook anyway. Why would I use it? So I really rebelled for a few reasons. One, I didn't want people to think that I was a salesy person. I didn't want to come across that way. And then also I have a lot of technical difficulties in anything involving technology. I don't get along with technology very well. So we just have a tough relationship. So those are really the reasons that I said, thanks for the suggestions on how to get the word out there, but that's not for me. However, and this next slide, can y'all see this okay? I didn't even ask.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this next slide was really some of the reality checks, or I guess perspective changes that I had to face really in January, because I did start Take Shape for Life health coaching full-time in January. I decided to quit my teaching career and do this full-time. And so my husband and I, we recently got married, and when we got married, it was one income because I had quit teaching. And so it was one of those things where, okay, if I'm going to become a health coach and we're going to expect to have two incomes, then I'm really going to have to get out of my comfort zone and do best practice in every area of getting the word out there. And so, so for the quote on the very left that you see, it says trying times are for trying new things. We were one income for a while, for a couple months, and I decided, okay, I'm going to have to try new things for me to really make some income as fast as I can. So Facebook might be an option for me, or I'm going to have to make it an option. So, and then why not go on a limb? That's where the fruit is. I really love this quote because, really on Facebook, you're connected to friends and family. And if I'm not putting the word out there that I'm a health coach, there may be someone that I care about that I may not run into very often or ever really in person, but I could reach through Facebook. And they may be wanting that person that they can trust to help coach them along to better health, because they may be they may have a disease, or they may have this, um, just this desire to become healthier, but they're not really sharing it with people. And so if I don't go out on a limb and share with friends and family what I do on Facebook, then I may not be reaching the people that could really use this gift that we have, this gift of health that we help pay forward to our clients. So that's why I included that little quote. And then you must be willing to do something that you've never done before to get to where you have never been before. And I included that too. But that's just another inspiration for me too, because I've never been a big Facebook user, but I'd also never been an entrepreneur, and I'd also never had clients for any job. I'd always had students, and now I have health students I'm coaching. But this, I had to try something new, and Facebook was a new realm for me to try. So that's kind of where I was with Facebook, and then a new perspective. And then I'm going to tell you really where I've been recently, how I've been using Facebook, and then the results from it. So, okay, so here's what I'm doing now. This is why I decided to try using Facebook, which was out of my comfort zone, going out on a limb. But these are some of the things that I do now. And then I put some other ideas in there. So I do on Tuesdays, I post a recipe every Tuesday, and I call it Try This Tuesday. So people on Facebook have gotten used to seeing my Try This Tuesday, and I get a lot of feedback from friends, from family. People will say, oh my goodness, I cooked your recipe last week and loved it, and then my friend cooked it the next week and she loved it. And so really, people are cooking healthier because of these lean and green recipes that I'm posting. I love that. I mean, we are wanting to get America healthy, and if people start cooking healthier, and I mean, that's great. We're helping people get healthy. So I love that. And then I also have posted before and after stories, and the before and after stories are great. Y'all may know Ron. Ron was the one that told me to try that, and he just said, post a before and after story and just say on there, ask me how, and you're going to get a private message. And I did. I got a lot of response. Some of my friends that I haven't spoken to in years private messaged me and said, I want to know about that couple that you posted about. How did they do it? And now one of those people that responded to me are my clients now. So that's really nice. And then I do Wisdom Wednesdays too. I do health quotes. I do anything that's inspiring. I really want people to know that health is not just about healthy body, but it's about healthy mind, and finances too, like we know the trilogy to be. So I try to include wisdom in all areas. So people will, just have something good to chew on that can improve the health of all areas, healthy mind, healthy body. So I do that too. So really I'm using these things to just help people know, like, I'm a health coach. I'm all about health, just getting the word out there. That's just another way for me to do that. I put a few extras that just ideas. Snack of the week. People could post snack of the week. I don't, but that's just an idea of something someone could do. I've thought about Freebie Friday. And Freebie Friday, I might start doing this, but it would just be a fact I learned from Dr. A's Habits of Health. Or it could be a video that we, like the sleep deprivation video I love from the Meltdown Challenge, the health games. I think it was maybe 4 weeks ago, or maybe I think it was several weeks ago. Anyway, that's free, just a freebie, just posting some free facts about health. And then Fun Fact Friday, that's another way. Just something that you can start naming it the same thing, so people will kind of know that to expect you to post something those days. And then at the very bottom, I have the 100s list tracking sheet. And I actually wanted to show y'all that page. I've posted it in the team players already. It's a file that I've uploaded. And this is, I think that they've learned about this in boot camp, and I have started doing this. And I'm going to stop sharing this real quick so that I can go down and show you what that looks like. Right? Well, let's see if I can share my screen and do that. Okay. And then, there we go. Okay. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Is it showing?
I actually downloaded and made some copies. I love it.
Yes. Oh, so did you see it today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I have like, I think there's 15 slots, 15 blanks. And then I've made like 7, copies. Here, it's 100 list tracking sheet. And making copies is great so that you can come up with, here's what we do. What they suggested was making a list of 100 people that you know. And it could be people you're friends with, people you're not friends with on Facebook. So I did that. I thought of 100 people, went through my phone, just thought, okay, I, used to teach at this school. Who are some teachers that I would love to spread the word about, that I'm health coaching now? Jot their names down. Okay, at the other school I taught at, okay, well, what about in my education program when I was becoming a teacher? Just thought of anyone and everyone, my husband's friends. And then I went through, and you kind of go through each section. After I wrote my names down, I went and checked off, are we friends on Facebook? If I was already friends with them on Facebook, I'd check it off. If I had not become friends with them on Facebook, I'd go through and add all of those people. And then I could check them off once they accepted. And I would check off once I requested them. And then once I had done that, I go through and I'd comment or like something on their Facebook page. And I liked to do this a few times before I sent them a private message. That's just me. And so I'd put check mark, check mark, check mark, check mark. Okay, I've liked or commented on their page, 4 or 5 times. And then I'd start sending them a private message. And I've done this with several people now, lots of people now, and once I sent them a private message, I'd check that off. So this is it's a great system. It's a lot of structure on doing that, which I like structure. So it kept me organized and focused on on purpose, on reaching all those people that I really wanted to reach. And then they engaged with conversation with me. Once they respond back and you start a conversation with them, I would check that part off. And then you continue the conversation. And this was, I just loved all of this because it just really got me going to the next step. It made me think, okay, now I got to keep the conversation going. Okay, now they're noticing my page and they're asking me about health. Check that off. So it breaks it down into steps. I don't move too quickly. And then I don't skip anything. I don't go, so it's nice. I like the way this is broken down. And then took the combo to the phone and they chose health. So I'm going to stop. Well, let's see, actually, I think I can go back to my PowerPoint now. So this is the page that I use, and I printed out lots of copies, and I've put it on our team players as a file that you can download, our team players site. So you can find it there, and let me know if you're having a hard time finding it. I'll be happy to help. So those are some things that I do, and I put this little, any more ideas. I'm sure you can think of. I'm not the most creative person all the time, so y'all might think of even better ideas than me on just how you can really get the word out there that you're a health coach, and or just new and refreshing ways, because some of you have been health coaches for a while, but just new ways to grab people's attention. So anyone have any other ideas?
In the boot camp, I think it was actually the ED boot camp, they gave you a list to follow. I know it's Christmas card list was one of them. That's excellent.
That's awesome. Love that.
Wedding They did
Yes.
wedding. Each other's cell phones. I know that one was what they did. I got two books going here. One for okay. It's look through your contacts, phone, spouses, phone, Christmas cards, wedding invitations, uh, very much everything you said, past work, past places you've lived, schools you've gone to, Facebook friends. And they made a point of saying, especially the ones that have liked your post.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
And that
And
just really gets you thinking about who you should include on that 100 list, which I love.
right.
Yeah.
And another point I think Dan Valentine made was oh gosh, I lost my place here. There we go. Is that when he first started contacting people on Facebook, he thought he was going to be saying, "Hey, I lost 20 pounds and it took me this long, and I'm a health coach, and this is a great opportunity." And they said, "No, you say hi. Just say hi."
Right.
Yeah, and then he said he had a coach that said he called all these people and that nobody contacted him back. And then Valentine said, "Well, what'd you say to him?" He said, "Oh, well, I said I had an opportunity, that I was a coach." He said, "Well, throw that list away and make a new list. And when you contact him, just say hi."
Yeah. That's what, and when I was a coach, when I started coaching part-time, and I was still a teacher years ago, back in 2013, I tried the suggestions of using Facebook minimally. Didn't do any of this really, but I messaged a couple of people and their private message, and I gave them the whole spiel. Didn't ask them about them. I didn't, find out the how or the why before the how. I didn't find out if they even really wanted help. It was just I was telling people, and so I like how this kind of breaks it down and into step by step. And I care about people anyway, so I love to hear more about them and engage in conversation and keep a conversation going before just spilling the beans of what I'm doing. So I like how it has you do that too.
The simple process, the simple system is actually setting everything up just right along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they even say after you've done that with 100 people, then get a new list and do a new 100 people.
Yeah.
So just keep on doing a new 100 and then a new 100 and then a new 100. And that way you're just reaching people in a new way that you haven't reached them before. So I love that. So here are some of the results from, doing these Try This Tuesday and Wisdom Wednesdays, and just letting people become aware that I'm, into health and health coaching, and then using the 100s list that we were just talking about and that I showed you. Two people, and I haven't been doing it that long. I just started full time in January, and I think I started really using Facebook more intentionally February, maybe even March. So it's only been a couple months. But two people from Facebook alone, noticing things on Facebook and engaging in conversations with them, have already chosen health. So I have two clients that reached out to me from Facebook. And then three more are actually asking me about it. So I'm continuing a conversation with them. I'm continuing communication. And I think any day now, they'll pull the trigger to actually want health, which is great. And they, they're dear friends, and I just know it's going to be a gift that's going to bless them. So I'm hoping, and they learned about it through this Facebook, the way I've been utilizing Facebook. And then I also have people that, because they notice when I post things, they'll say, they'll private message me, "Hey, Sherry Brooke, I wanted to talk to you about health, what you're doing now. My sister could really use someone to help her out. What are you doing?" And I'll get them on the phone. "Hey, Kelly, I'd love to talk to you more about that. What's your phone number? I'll call you and we'll talk about it." Or if it's for someone else, I might say, "Hey, do you think, they'd be okay with me reaching out to them? What's their number? And will you let them know I'll be reaching out?" And I'll just get them on the phone. I've learned now from a few years ago not to spill the beans through private message, to get them on the phone. There's a lot of value in that. And then dozens of people now know about my career change. when they wouldn't have known otherwise. They're not people I run into all the time. Day to day, they may be people in California, they may be people in Michigan. So now through Facebook, they've learned, hey, I didn't realize you're not teaching anymore. Tell me more about what you're doing. So just from seeing me live out loud and then me engaging in conversations with the 100 list that I've made, people are learning. So that's great. They're helping me get the word out. And like I said, I just started recently, so it's only the beginning, and I've already seen some progress. So I'm excited. I know I'll get even better at it, and then more people will come and be more interested too. So, and I put this little quote because this was me. The nice part about being a pessimist is that you are constantly being either proven right or pleasantly surprised. And I was the latter. I've been pleasantly surprised by starting to use Facebook more and just how valuable it can be in letting people know what we're doing and that we have this gift that we can share. So
Cool.
that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you, Sherry. That was wonderful. We appreciate it. Kathy wasn't here before. I don't know if Laura heard that you are hosting another meeting. So we appreciate the information. I think it'll serve us all well. And feel free to go ahead back to where you got to go.
Okay. Y'all have fun. I hate that I'm missing the last 30 minutes of this.
We're going to record it. Gabe will have it.
That was
Okay.
great, Sherry Brooke.
Thank you. I hope it helped. Hey, if you're intimidated by Facebook like me, you don't have to be. There's some ideas of how to use it. So
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great night.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do here. Let's do it this way. Let's share the screen. And hi, Kathy.
Hi, Connie. Hi, Laura.
Yeah, Laura, you want to say hi to everybody too? I'm looking for Gay's little PowerPoint that I used and went from. There's Gay's. Let's get it up, and we're going to do from current slide. I haven't even looked at these. If anybody is ready, just speak up. These are standard for Gay. I'll take the first one. Thing that's been going really well since the last time we met is boot camp. Loving boot camp, loving what we're learning. I love the fact that it's going to be as simple to succeed in business now as it is to lose weight. One is as predictable as the other. And I'm looking forward to coaching with the coaches I have, and I'm looking forward to getting new coaches because now I feel very optimistic about the opportunity. Dan, I'll go through that later, but that's what I'm feeling good about right now are those boot camps. Who's next? Jump in there.
Boy, nobody wants to talk here, Connie.
Well, you're next. Go ahead.
Let's see. The area where I feel a bit stuck. I have not started the boot camp yet, so I have been procrastinating. So I guess I'm kind of stuck in a rut here of just not moving forward. I have good intentions of doing it, but I guess I've gotten so far behind now it's a bit overwhelming. I think Gay said they are going to be offering another one. Is that correct?
On June the 4th, and I will be in that one as well. I have I completed the boot camp, and I'm going back and going over it. Dorothy is doing the ED Strong boot camp too. So she hasn't been able to get, I see that look on her face, she hasn't been able to get in it as much as she wants to, but you have experienced it, right, Dorothy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah, and I wish my life would have been different while it was going on. I feel like I'm getting my life under control, but it's over now.
But the recordings are there. That's what I'm using.
And I feel like next week I am going to be able to do those things. Up till now, my mother's been the center of my life.
Exactly.
So, next week, I think I'll be able to start in on some of this.
Yep.
That's great. Glad to see she's home, Dorothy. That's wonderful.
Yeah, yes, it is wonderful. It's amazing. She is such a fighter. She really is.
That's great. And how old's your mom now?
93.
93. Good for her.
And your mother, Kathy, was?
102.
I know, that's just crazy. I love it. Remarkable ladies. I want to see a picture of your mother. You got one on your page?
I don't. I'll have to put one on.
Yeah, do that. I would love to see it. Dorothy, are you?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry, were you through, Kathy? I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was done.
Okay. Dorothy, you want to pick one and share?
Well, that's really what I want to share is that.
Okay, I thought that might be.
Yeah.
And Laura, would you like to take one and share?
Well, this week, what I learned or was reminded of is that people can do a lot of, can do the habits of health, even, sometimes in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
But if they stick with the program, their success is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yep,
So what happened that reminds you of somebody you're working with?
Really a conversation I had with Gay about somebody that I'm working with. Yeah.
There you go. That's cool. I love talking to Gay. All right, let's move on. I think that's all of us. Now, has everybody got a piece of paper and this is what Gay wanted me to share with you, and it's real simple, and I'm going to do it really quick, but you need a pen and paper. Mm-hmm. And on one line, write switch tasking is a thief, just like it is here. And then on another line, write 1 through 21. There's 21 letters in switch tasking is a thief. So you're writing a number for each letter that's in the first sentence. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So now on those next two lines, what they have you do in this exercise, this is the name of this course is through lynda.com, and it's called Time Management. And they're talking about people who multitask, and they actually call it switch tasking. And it's a way to get more time into everyday life by understanding that switch tasking is a thief. So now what they want you to do is write an S, then write a 1, write a W, and write a 2. Write a I, write a 3, a T, and a 4. Go ahead, all the way through.
Okay.
I don't think I did it.
That's fine. So we can stop here because their point is going to be made. But when most people say they're multitasking or I'm good at multitasking, they're referring to attempting to perform multiple tasks at the same time. And this is switch tasking, and it's disastrous to effective time management. There's 3 effects as a result of switch tasking. Number 1 is that is the most obvious. And when you switch tasks, the amount of time it takes to complete things increases. When I timed the first one, Kathy spoke up first, and she literally did it in 14 seconds. Who spoke up first the next time? Was that Laura, or was that Kathy?
I was last.
Okay, so that was a minute and 5 seconds. So you can see how much more time it took jumping in between. Now I know that if I'm on the phone talking to someone, I'm also on the computer working, trying to finish an email, and then somebody walks in and starts talking to me, I have to find like nobody is getting my attention. It's just being divided 3 ways and nothing's getting done. And that's really what their point is there. You've been working hard, but what did you accomplish? You've been juggling and jumping between tasks, finishing hardly anything. Number 2 with switch tasking is the quality. When you switch tasks, the quality of your work decreases. Frustrating, right? Whenever you see highly intelligent people making fairly obvious mistakes, it's almost always a symptom of switch tasking, not incompetence. And the final, perhaps less obvious but still powerful effect of switch tasking is its impact on your stress levels. Whenever you introduce switch tasking, even a simple list of activities becomes highly stressful. Even with so many time-saving devices, we are more stressed out and more starved for time than we've ever been in the history of the world. This is largely due to a cultural acceptance of multitasking. So in recapping the 3 effects of switch tasking, what most people are doing when they think they're multitasking are the amount of time it takes to complete things increases, the quality of the work you do decreases, and your stress level increases. This is good news. When you really understand this, you'll be able to complete work faster, make less mistakes, and experience less overall stress. I started taking that course because I realized the biggest thing I needed was more time in my life. And I really did not know the benefit of a course like this, but I think that one little exercise you did right there, does it not clearly show you that you'd be better to do one thing, get it done, than to try to do more than one thing at once? Did it affect you guys that way? It did me.
Right. Yes.
I did it wrong.
But you get the gist, right, Dorothy?
Oh, absolutely, but I did it wrong. I did the words and then I did the numbers and I didn't do the S and the 1 and W and 2.
That's fine, but that was really the that was the point they were making. It was not so much of getting it right as to understand the time that's lost. When it was really funny because after I did this, and Gail will be hearing this on the thing, she was texting me today, but I was also trying to put my piece on my page for the day in the challenge room. And I said, okay, now do I answer Gay's text? Or do I finish what I'm doing in the challenge room? Or do I try to answer Gay's text and do what I'm doing in the challenge room? And then I decided, what good is it doing me taking this course if I don't finish my challenge room and then get to Gay's text? And so I'm going to start implementing it, and we'll see how that goes. In the boot camps, I can't tell you how impressed I am. And they say it, I believe it, and it's that the growth of your business will be as predictable as weight loss is to the 5 and 1 by using a simple system. The name of the game, this is Dan Bell's words, in our business is duplication, keeping it simple, keeping it in a format so anyone can come in, first learn it, and then teach it. We are now system dependent and not personality driven. And then in the very first boot camp, Dr. Anderson said the people watching this video are the people who are going to be teaching the boot camps in the future, because the leaders are going to be doing all of the international, and they're going to bring everybody along with them. And it truly is build first. And I'm excited for you, Kathy, to get into the boot camps.
Yeah, thank you.
6,100 scholarships. That's nothing to sneeze about. You know, I know when we first started these challenges, the big question in our room right here was, but what's it going to do for me? How much business is it going to generate for me? And Gabe nor I could answer that question at that time. And I have I've probably used 5 or 6 scholarships. I picked up 3, maybe 4 clients. I picked up 3 health coaches. 2 of them haven't signed up yet. So, but I've done 10 challenges. But overall, you can see 6,100 scholarships. Obviously, they're headed in the right direction with this. They've got a new challenge starting on June 13th. It's going to be a 4-week challenge. We had heard there was only going to be one in August, so we're pleasantly surprised and glad that they are doing that. Tonight after this at 8:30, and I want to try to get us out of here pretty quick so we can join that webinar that they do every Thursday. This time in this challenge, they didn't offer this before, and the people in my room are loving it. I'm loving it. I feel like I'm getting coached. Tonight is about being a mindful thinker. I'm going to post the link inside of Team Players when we get off here. I didn't want to post it today because I didn't want it to get confused with the meeting tonight. But even if you're not in the challenge, you'll be able to attend this webinar if you just follow the link that I put in Team Players when we finish here tonight. I always end, I didn't know what our time was going to look like tonight because I didn't know how long Sherry was going to be. So I stuck a success story in here, and it's one of my favorite ones. And so we will end the meeting with this.
I remember the first day, I was just walking by and I looked to my right and there was this girl standing with our boss, and I was like, whoa.
We met working for Arcadia Parks and Rec. All the kids loved him. Jamil was the rec leader that all the kids wanted to be with. Jamil's always been a people person. He gets along very well with women, especially.
Hola, chica. What's going on since the last time I talked to you?
When he first started coaching, he had such a big following. People wanted to find out, what is it that Jamil's doing?
You know, one of the biggest things that I love is you could literally see someone 1 week and then see them 3 weeks later like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? I'm seeing less and less of you. Amanda and I found out about Take Shape for Life at the same time. We were having a lot of challenges within our marriage. It was really hurting. So we started together. We started coaching my 3rd or 4th week into the program. It was fun and it was exciting, but it was very challenging. At the time, I couldn't understand why clients just couldn't do it. I got really down. I actually see a lot of coaches that are at where I was, and so I completely remember and I completely understand. The biggest thing that I love is watching the mental transformation. The physical transformation is going to happen. Just eat the food, you know. But really, the personal development and that mental transformation has been, to me, the #1 reason why we're still together. This is our life. This is, for us, what it means to be free to be.
Very good. I love his story. He's such a great person, but he's always at the conventions and always really happy to help people. So, anybody have anything else they would like to contribute before we call this a day?
No, don't think so.
All right, so I'm going to get this stopped here. I'm working on getting out of there. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and I will be sure that Gay gets this and she can share it as she sees appropriate. I want to thank everybody for coming. It was fun.
Okay, thank you, Connie. Thanks for heading it up.
Yeah, and I'm going to run and put that link in Team Players right now.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody have a good night. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Good night.